prior to COVID, the 519 ran a number of food programs. One thing I think that's important to note is that we've always recognized the importance of food. Every single program or group that we have operated, no matter how big or small, no matter what time of day, has always offered some type of food component, be it a full meal, a snack, grocery bag, etc. So they're considering that scope. There are far too many to list here, but I'll talk about the major ones that offered, a meal component along with programming support, time for socializing, resources, and referrals. We had a seniors drop-in program that was open to folks 50 plus. We had a meal trans, which was on Monday nights, and it was a drop-in meal program for trans-identified folk of all genders. Our early on child and family centers had a Tuesday evening meal drop-in for children and their caregivers. The Trans Youth Mentorship Program, which was for trans youth as a support social program. TPOC, which is trans people of color. They were a bit different in that trans-identified folks of color would get together and actually cook the meal together before eating. Our Among Friends, which was our largest single program, a refugee support program that ran every Wednesday night. And finally, our Sunday Drop-In, which is all demographic program for anyone who's LGBTQ2S identified. So quite a few there. So as I mentioned early on in the pandemic, our immediate response was twice daily takeaway meals provided to anybody. At the beginning of autumn, with the pandemic continuing and winter fast approaching, we began to look at ways we could provide the same level of food support to our community members without requiring them to line up every day just to receive a meal, particularly in the freezing cold. And we also consider the limitations of our current model and how many other members of the community are indeed facing food insecurity and could use that extra support. However, we're unable to access what we were offering due to things like the short daily time window. It was a 1 hour time window, 1 to 2 p.m., due to commitments like work, school, lengthy travel distance, etc., and how we might be able to pivot what we were doing to be able to support those folks as well. So we spoke with members of our community and within our amongst ourselves and decided to launch our new frozen meal initiative in January of 2021. So that new program does allow us to reach and support more members of our community. And it focuses on people coming by once per week at a time slot of their choice, Monday to Friday, that they sign up for. And they receive 6 fully complete, healthy portions of food that we have prepared, fully cooked in-house, and then packaged and frozen. And then folks take that with them, reheat and enjoy as they wish over the course of the week. And we continue to operate and offer a hot takeaway meal every Sunday from 1 to 2 p.m. That hasn't changed. Didn't miss a day with that one. Combined with the number of the frozen meals we've offered to folks who've signed up and the hot Sunday meal, January till now, we've served 13,310 meals on site to our community. In terms of being able to support our communities through food, we're fortunate to have wonderful partners that allow us to continue to increase our capacity to serve our communities. Second Harvest, for those unfamiliar, it's a great organization that focuses on rescuing and redistributing excess food to partner organizations who cook it and turn it into meals rather than have it go to waste. We've been a member organization with Second Harvest for a number of years. They run an initiative called Harvest Kitchen. And that essentially they have a bunch of other organizations that work as satellite kitchens and produce food using largely the rescued ingredients to supply cooked meals to other organizations that don't have the same capacity to meet the food needs of their service users. So in September, we learned that they were looking for another Harvest Kitchen site and reached out to them. And it seemed like such a natural match. And our partnership officially began in January. So we currently are providing them with 2,735 meals per week, picked up in increments of every day. I did a little bit of math, and since January 4th, the first day of our pickups, we've provided them with 34,555 meals. And these meals are redistributed to 10 other organizations across the city. A lot of them are in this neighborhood and accessed by many of our current service users as well, but they go as far as North York, Far East End, and these organizations would be unable to offer food at all or the same quantity and quality of food if we weren't producing these meals for them. So it's important to support this program because food insecurity is not going away. Unfortunately, it was always there, and COVID has just brought it out of the shadows. So although we do get some folks who reach out to us who have been accessing our frozen meal program, letting us know that their circumstances have changed for the better and they're no longer in need of the food support and that they appreciate us having been there for them. Unfortunately, we get a lot more people reaching out to us who are new connections, who are needing to sign up because they're in need of the other food support. So you can support our program by donating funds. That will help us sustain and grow our efforts to serve and support more people, and largely is used to purchase more food to supplement the in-kind support we receive to ensure that every meal we produce is hearty, balanced, and nutritional complete. The fact also is that everything is packaged single serving portions, so the cost of packaging is quite substantial for us to produce that. We also gratefully accept in-kind donations of product, produce, packaging, pantry items, food supplies, any of those things that we can turn into meals to support our communities. Food for our communities, food for all.
The 519, your community center.